what I've said all along was that we should have the same professional respect to buyers that we have for sellers, is that it should be a written agreement. They should understand it. Hey, we're working for you. We're gonna be contractually obligated now to work for you and give you the same obligation that we give the sellers.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
The thing that that I'm excited about that's coming out of this is just a spotlight being put on. I mean, we've been about transparency and clarity. We talk about clarity all the time.
Right.
Transparency and clarity, clear agreements, transparent process. With that as operating principles, it's almost like, okay, now the spotlight on the industry is going to require that.
Right. Which makes the industry so much better.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of agents had practiced that all along, but now they have to do it. I think that's great. I mean, and honestly, I think the cream rises to the top here too. I think that in the sense that you'll end up with better agents, better informed agents. You'll end up with more informed buyers and sellers as well. And it's a level of transparency that while we haven't seen, not everyone has seen it, we've kind of been sharing it all along. And I think it's important to know that's an important point. A buyer-broker agreement is a document much like a listing agreement. It's a document for a buyer, just like a listing agreement is to a seller. A lot of buyers agents didn't use it, don't use it, haven't used it, in spite of the fact that their brokers have always told us we should be doing it. And now forcing them to do it is gonna make it even more transparent to the buyer. And now negotiations will happen with the buyer.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought Forrest made a great point, is that now the negotiation happened directly with the buyer makes it a negotiable item.
Right.
Otherwise it wasn't.
Right.
Right. The seller was determining how much the buyer was getting paid, no matter how good or bad that agent was.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that was kind of unfortunate, and I love it. I love this direction. A lot of agents are fighting, they're fussing, they're all upset. You know what? It's going to be good for our industry, I think, overall. There are people out there who are concerned, and I'm concerned a little bit too about entry-level buyers, because now you're asking them to come up with more cash.
Maybe.
Good point.
Which is why it's so critical to find the right fit of professional. And one of the things that I'm just most excited about all this, and the way, I love the way Forrest said that yesterday, actually. He said, one of the key issues at play in this whole conversation was the blanket offer of compensation to buyers, brokers, or buyers, agents, regardless of level of experience or ability to generate results for the buyer, in secret from the buyer.
Right.
So just the fact, I mean, not in secret, but
Well, it wasn't transparent.
It's not as transparent as it could be.
Right.
And what I love about where this is going is, you've said it before, and I love the way you said it, where let's demonstrate the same level of integrity and respect for the buyers in the form of having a clear agreement, walking through the scope of services and the things that we're actually going to do, getting some clear agreements on expectations, results, processes, all the things that we would do for a seller.
Yeah.
Let's do the same thing for the buyer side.
Yep.
And make it a better experience for everybody. And have some competitive variety in when you look at other professional services like attorneys, there are levels of experience and levels of services that cost different levels, of fees.
Indeed.
So bringing that to the buyer brokerage side of the industry, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Look, you and I are both on board with the idea that this is going to be, overall, the impact on our industry is going to be positive.